So, good morning, everyone. Buongiorno a tutti. Good morning, Dimitri. And thank you for putting ICAS here in Milano. Oh, sorry. Okay, here in this wonderful city of Florence. So, the IDA, the Italian Association of Aeronautics and Astronautics, the Associazione Italiana di Aeronautica e Astronautica, is very proud to host the 34th edition of ICAS. ICAS is the most important event worldwide in aeronautics, and this time is probably one of the most successful one, and this is due to the work we have done here in Italy as AIDA, but work that has been done from ICAS, especially from the President Dimitri Mavris, to be inclusive and to include in ICAS so many countries that were not involved in the past. But my duty is here to tell you something about the Association of Italian Association of Aeronautics and Astronautics. So AIDA, we are very proud of our association because it's one of the oldest association in aerospace, and was founded in 1920. And we have also the oldest journal in aerospace, which is Aerotecnica Missile Spazio. It's one journal which you have 3 digits to individuate the volume. So it's 102 at the moment and 103. And so we are very proud of that. And of course, AIDA is particularly proud to have this event. This was also one of the reasons of the success to choose Florence. Florence is, of course, is a touristic destination. It's also important from aerospace point of view. Traditionally, we have one of our section in Pisa, which is extremely active. And we have found also some people in the University of Florence helping us to make this event here, in particular Professor Arnone. So the AIDA is very proud this year to have ICAS here in Florence, because for the AIDA, this 2024 is Aerospace Italy 2024. What is Aerospace Italy 2024? You will see people, young students with T-shirts with this logo, in which you see the Colosseum, the Palazzo Vecchio, and the Duomo of Milano. So because we are hosting the 3 major events worldwide in aerospace. So this has been never done in the past. Not in the past, the 3 events were in the same country and never organized by the same association. And this is just wonderful for AIDA members, because we are doing this for the aerospace in general, of course, and for the Italian people working, scientists and technicians and industry working in aerospace. What are these 3 events? The first events we did in Rome was the AAA ICAS Aeroacoustic Conference, and we got there some 600 people there, which was a record. And we are hosting ICAS now in Florence, and we are more than 1,000 and a couple of hundred, which is a record as well. And then we will have IAC Milano next month in October, and we do expect 10,000 people there. So this will be also another breaking for the records and so on. So and what is extremely exciting for Italians, that the participation of Italian scientists and technicians and people from Italy is increased very much. So for ICAS, for instance, we had some on average of 30 people taking part to ICAS. Now we have 150. So and the same for CEAS, Aeroacoustics, and the same will be for the IAC. So it's really a very special year for us. And of course, we have done this not only as AIDA. In some events, or in most of them, we are really very much involved with our most important industry in Italy, which is a worldwide player, which is Leonardo. And then, of course, with the Italian Space Agency for the IEC, and of course the Centro Italiano di Ricerche Aerospaziali, CIRA, which is extremely active and very much, involved in all these kind of events. So now I have a small video, about a few seconds of AIDA, so I hope you can enjoy it. Thank you. I have seen in this video so many things, but I will just underline one thing, that is this Freedom Initiative. Some of you have already received from me a message in which you have been invited to take a tree from the Freedom Forest somewhere in the world. I know someone were thinking that, it was just some not very this spam emails and so on. That's true. You will take it. Now I think many students will get it, and we will have at the end of this here an ICAS forest, so that can be used also in the forest. This is kind of sign, this is for sustainability is very important for us. We have started this initiative. You have also seen a couple of medals with two important, probably, scientists, men, and in Italy, in aeronautics, which is probably Professor Gabrielli, and this space, which is Professor General Broglio. So we have started with this Aerospace Italy 2024 to have the medals, these two medals. And we now at ICAS, I got the permission by ICAS president to award this medal in this opening ceremony. So we will do it, and for that I have a very short video about Professor Gabrielli, about the Gabrielli medal. So please.
La lettera G nella sigla degli aerei Fiat indica che la paternità del progetto è di Giuseppe Gabrielli, uno dei più grandi ingegneri aeronautici italiani. A lui si deve il primo velivolo di successo prodotto nel dopoguerra dall'industria nazionale, il Fiat G91.
Now, to help me to give the medal, I will come on stage the editor of Aerotecnica Visile Spazio, which is Professor Sergio De Rosa from University of Naples. So I was just to stress something that Professor Gabrielli, which was a man from both industry and university, now we talk a lot about spin-off and so on, but in the past there was no chance. A good professor was also someone important in the industry. No discussion about that. And he was very active at ICAS level. He was a pupil of von Karman. He got a PhD with von Karman. So now I want to announce the winner. So please help me with a slide to do it. So the winner is Professor Aldo Frediani, and which is here, and then I will leave the word to Professor De Rosa to make a laudatio about it. Please.
I am sorry for reading, but in this moment the words are important. So we both of us made some written speech just to be precise. This medal is given to Professor Aldo Frediani for his outstanding contribution and innovation in the aeronautical field, which enlarged the knowledge of the aeronautical science by leveraging on national and international collaboration and put his figure in the forefront of the aeronautical sector. Aldo has been and still is one of the pillars of our association and our journal, as well as a reference for the young researchers who have understood the importance of conjugating the engineering technology with the formal frame of the mathematical development within a collaborative team. This medal represents the unanimous, sincere, and warm thanks from our community to Professor Frediani. Thank you.
Prego. Thank you, Sergio. Okay, so I'm just to want to say a few other words. I have more 2 minutes to go. So, yeah, what is, I already told you a little bit yesterday about that. So the ICAS is the most important event in aeronautics. So everyone that is going to come here is expecting to be updated by the novelties. And of course, we saw the program. We have somehow worked to build the program, and is outstanding. We will have the most expert scientist in the world talking about the latest development in aeronautics. I just want to stress something about the presence of the students. We have this time at ICAS something about more than 30% of participants from students, which makes from the financial point of view some troubles, but we are happy to have them here anyways, and I'm sure they do expect to get from your presentation, from your lectures, what they will do in the future. And probably from this point of view, aeronautics is going very much multidisciplinary, and also the lecture by Professor Cingolani will be of some help, because it's exactly in that direction. So, welcome once again from the AIDA to the ICAS 34th edition. Have a great event here. And now I don't know if the lady, we were waiting for someone from the municipality that were taken from some of the other important, urgent event somewhere else. So she's not here. So probably she will come tonight during our reception at Maggio Fiorentino. And now it's my pleasure to come on stage, Professor Dimitri Di Masi, President of ICAS.
All right, good morning, everyone. You are a much quieter crowd than last night. So welcome to beautiful Florence. I have a few prepared remarks to get us in the mood before we open the games, as they do in the Olympics, okay? So my name is Dimitri Mavris. I'm representing the United States and the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. And right now I have the honor and the privilege to serve as your president for 6 more months or so. On behalf of ICAS, I formally welcome you to this 34th ICAS Congress in Florence. As we mentioned yesterday, for those of you who were at the reception, this is the 3rd time that the Congress returns back to Italy. In 1970 it was in Rome, 1996 in Sorrento, and here we are today, and we're very proud and very thrilled to be back. As our president from AIDA mentioned, Erasmo, this is an unprecedented year for AIDA, hosting 3 major events. They had a warm-up event in Rome with aeroacoustics. Now you have the major aeronautic event, and then the big ISC event next month. So they're very, very busy with all those things. I understand that we have a lot of new members to ICAS, so maybe a brief moment to recognize what it is to be ICAS. ICAS was created by Theodore von Karman, and his name will be mentioned many times. He's an icon to aeronautics, in 1957. And if you remember what the world looked like in 1957, we were at the height of the Cold War. Truly a visionary person. You know, he's the one who started the aeronautics program at Caltech and JPL, the Scientific Advisory Board for the Air Force, ICAS, and then later on he was the founder of the predecessor of what became eventually the AIAA. So at the height of this Cold War, he had a vision of an environment where scientists and engineers are apolitical. They don't care about the politics of the world, but they come together to actually exchange information, share information, create friendships, and live according to our principles. And those things are still valid today, okay? We're in the middle of all kinds of crises around the world, and we're trying to maintain these open channels of communication. Today, ICAS continues to support the work of aerospace professional member societies. Right now, by the latest account, we have 32 associations or countries that are being represented. And right now, there are a few more countries on my list to bring into the fold, as Erasmo was saying. On top of that, we have a global network of universities, and more universities are becoming associate members. And that's something that in the months to come, it will be announced formally as the global network of academic universities under the umbrella of ICAS. In fact, this week, several MOUs will be also signed with a variety of different entities, kind of indicating our desire to ensure a new area of close relationship and increase collaborations with all the associations that we're collaborating. And again, indicating that we're not in competition with anyone, but we're actually an integrator of a lot of activities. So ICAS, to some extent, the members of ICAS are actually the professional societies from various countries. When von Karman has started it, it was predominantly starting from AGARD as a NATO type of spin-off, and then eventually it became into not military, but more civil and global, and that's where the professional societies were brought in. So by bringing this organization together under the umbrella of ICAS, we enable a better understanding of engineering science and practice, and an improved level of cooperation between all the aeronautical professionals from around the world. Now, going into what you will be experiencing the next few days, the ICAS Congress has 3 distinctive characteristics. First of all, it's a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary type of a program, highlighting the major advances that involved experts working together across a range of specialties. For many years, all the papers were coming in from a general call. What you will see in this event, and it started 2 years ago in Stockholm, is that we have a presence of high-level individuals from top universities, top research organizations, and of course our industry, to come in and kind of set the stage for us as to what is needed. So to some extent, set the requirements for the rest of us. The second one is it offers unparalleled opportunities for researchers of all ages to develop their networks, and I hope that the young ones do realize that it's all about the network in the end. So make sure this week that you socialize and you meet people. There are plenty of distractions in town, but make sure you spend some time in here too, you know. And to make real contributions to the international collaboration. And finally, it recognizes that social interaction and networking are essential ingredients of knowledge exchange and are enhanced by selecting culturally rich settings for our congresses. The reason why you have a social program along with what we're doing over here is that when you go back, you have also enriched yourselves culturally by all the sites and history of this wonderful place. So the unique atmosphere of an ICAS Congress builds lifelong collaboration, mutual understanding, and international friendship, while sending a strong message that the aeronautical community is working together to solve global challenges. It is a tremendous undertaking to stage the world's preeminent forum for aerospace engineers, and ICAS is grateful for the efforts of the local organization committee, AIDA as a whole, and of course our own program committee. Our ICAS program committee has worked very closely, as I said, with the local organizing committee to put this program together. The program committee is led by our own Professor Chris Atkin, who was the orchestrator, Dr. Gunnar Holmberg, who is the deputy in that role, and the two of them were accompanied by a group of chairs for the various tracks. Ordinarily, we had something of the order of 12 parallel sessions you will see in this event. That had to be increased to accommodate the number of papers that were called in, plus the invited papers. And I believe there were 43 invited papers. So we will definitely hope that you will find something that will definitely align with your interests in the days to come. The next thing that I wanted to mention to you is that on top of the traditional aeronautical disciplines that you expect to see, the sciences in aeronautics, control, structures, and propulsion, we have tried very hard to create a capability of infusing new domains from digitalization to advanced air mobility, environment and sustainability, MRO, digital twins, and so forth. So we had an incredible response to the call of papers. So we have expanded, as I said, the number of tracks. I think altogether we're talking something of the order of about 1,200 registrations for this event. Chris did a very good job in actually trying to deconflict as much as possible the program along with his colleagues. And we introduced the concept of diagonal tracks with themes dedicated to sustainability, AAM, AI, liquid hydrogen. So you might want to pay some attention to the program to see where you need to be at, since there is a lot going on. So I wish to formally acknowledge the outstanding work of this comprehensive program on behalf of ICAS and the more than 100 people involved in actually making that happen. In conclusion of these opening remarks, it is with great pleasure, and I once again welcome you to Florence, and I encourage you to actively participate in the Congress, making the most of this broad array of technical, networking, and cultural opportunities ahead of this event. And I'm officially opening the Congress in Florence. So I will ask Axel to come and give us some logistic details, and then we will proceed with the program and our first main event of the Congress.
Thank you, Dimitri, and good morning, everybody. Before I say my few words, I would like to welcome and ask on stage Mrs. Laura Sparavini, hopefully I pronounced it correctly. She's the Deputy Mayor of Florence, and it's a big pleasure to have her introducing our Congress to us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Just me, please, let me take my notes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am an esteemed guest and dear colleagues. It is a great honor to welcome you all to Florence for the 34th International Council of the Aeronautical Sciences Congress. On behalf of the city of Florence, I would like to extend our warmest greetings to the more than 1,000 experts and professionals from 41 countries who have gathered here for what promises to be the largest and most important ICAS Congress in history. Florence is a city renowned for its rich history in art and culture, as you were saying even before, is equally committed to fostering scientific innovation and technological development. So we are immensely proud to host an event that brings together some of the world's leading minds in the aeronautical sciences from both the civil and military sectors to discuss groundbreaking advances in areas such as green aviation, adaptive structures, and the future of light that affect us all. The successful BO2 host ICAS 2024 here in Florence was the result of a collaborative effort. So I would like to take this moment to acknowledge and thank the many partners who made this possible. The Italian Association of Aeronautics and Astronautics, the Destination Florence Convention Bureau, Firenze Fiera Congress and Exhibition Center, and AIM Group International, all of whom have worked tirelessly to bring this prestigious Congress here to our city, into our city. I would also like to recognize the important contributions of our local institutions, such as universities, research centers, which continue to position Florence as a hub of a scientific and academic excellence. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all. In addition to its history and beauty, Florence is a city committed to sustainability and innovation, values that align closely with the goals of this Congress. Over the coming days, you will have the opportunity to exchange ideas, present cutting-edge research, and showcase the latest prototypes that are shaping the future of aeronautics. I trust that the knowledge shared here will inspire new collaboration and drive progress across the industry and the world. Beyond the Congress sessions, I encourage you to take the time to explore, as you were saying just a few minutes before me, to explore the city with its cultural treasures. And I'm confident that Florence will leave you lasting memories, both professionally at first, but even personally. Thank you all for being here, and I wish you a successful and inspiring ICAS Congress. But main of all, welcome to Florence.
So, my name is Axel Probst, and I would like to welcome you all as well to the 34th ICAS Congress and to the city of Florence again. After these hundreds of emails, I'm very happy to finally see you all in person here. Together with Bodo Heinrichs, we are running the ICAS Secretariat, which is based on the ground level. Every time you have positive, negative critique, you want to drink a coffee, have a chat with us, please come by. Maybe we are a little bit busier today, but after tomorrow it should be okay. For those of you, the authors, who haven't uploaded the presentation yet, please go to the speakers preview room, it's just behind me, and do it now, as soon as possible, because we sleep better when we know that everything is uploaded and everything is in the right place. Maybe you have noticed yesterday that we have also got some 100 umbrellas. These umbrellas shall make you, to enable you to pass from one building within the premises to the next building dry, but please don't take them home prior to Thursday. We have only 100, we have more than 100 fans, I know this. You can take them home on Thursday if it doesn't rain anymore, but please not prior to this. Thirdly, we have a questionnaire in the app, which is going to be open on Wednesday, and we have a lottery afterwards for the ICAS Congress veterans. They know that in the end, in the closing ceremony, we will have a lottery, a drawing, where the winner is picked. The winner will receive an iPad, but despite the iPad, it's very important for us to receive some proper feedback from you. So please, from Wednesday midnight until Thursday at noon, please try to fill in the ICAS Congress questionnaire. We also have a Congress app, as you know, and many of you have already registered. For those of you who didn't, please do. And we have what's called a WUVA leaderboard. Every time you use this Congress app, you will receive some points. And also in the closing ceremony, we will reward the person with the highest points. So please use it. For the student and early career persons, or for the first-timers, we have two kinds of mentoring at the Congress. The first mentoring is the permanent mentoring. So all the ICAS and also aeronautical seniors have received a yellow round badge which says mentor. Every time you see this badge, you can just go to this person, maybe not if he's or she very stressed, but otherwise just go to her in a coffee break, for example, and ask her any kind of question that you have concerning aeronautical careers or whatever comes into your mind. Please use this. And secondly, for the student, we also have the speed mentoring on Wednesday here in the auditorium with 12 selected persons, but this will be introduced then on Wednesday. Tonight, last not least, we'll have the Congress reception. It will be a 20-minute walk. You have received an email and the instructions are also in the app. You can use the public transport or you can do a brisk walk, 20 minutes. It's really a brisk walk, especially if you don't have the proper shoe wear or are tired already. I'd rather recommend to take the public transport. I think it costs like €1.70 or something. It's 2 stops, but all the details are in the app. Use it again, use the app as much as possible. Everything should be updated and everything should be included. I think I don't have anything further. Again, if you do have any questions or anything, come and ask me. And now I can only wish you a very successful Congress. For the first-timers, please create a unique chance of a worldwide network of aeronautical experts. And of course, for everybody else, use your existing network and maybe intensify this a little bit. And now it's my pleasure to give back the podium to our President, Dimitri Mavris. Thanks a lot.